In my crew at the moment, we are only 3 valid members. This is MakOne here behind me. And then the last member, which is probably the newest, is Mantis.
Tag name Mantis. Preferred to get respect as an artist as opposed to just a bomber, somebody going out and just writing their name everywhere.
Falko because of the ears. It has the same principles as a game. You stick together, you work together, you stand up for each other. If one is in trouble, you back him up. That's a crew, you know. He's in your crew, and basically it's your little family.
Wealz, in its essence, is not a graffiti crew. Wealz is an art and design agency. In the left-hand corner, weighing 244 kilograms, heavyweight champion of the heavyweights, is Ice, old school Cape Town writer. We got Smirk all the way from Switzerland, imported that, and I like importing people, who also works with us. She's a working partner and also my wife, all the way from Leicester, England. The sticker king of London. And that's the infamous Mr. Solo1.
My name's Wealz 130, YMB crew. We got Ekon, he's got the craziest style. He's just rocks the stuff. We got Tag 4, who's got so much skills with characters, with doing other stuff with his 3Ds dope. We got Mad 2, who's been in it for so long. He's got the nicest outlines, a completely unique style. Some people might bitch and say, oh, these guys are out to they're just destroying stuff. But the good pieces are still coming. We destroy everything, and then the good pieces will go over that, then a bit more and more and more, you know? But everything has to be fucked first, so that we can build from that. We write our names for the writers to see. We don't care about nobody else and what they want to do, or if they like it or they don't. We're doing it better than all other graffiti artists, and that's what we want to do, you know what I mean? They're our friends, but, you know, every day is a battle. Every time you go out, you're battling them.
Battling is the consistent element of competition that's in graffiti, where you are always trying to outdo your partner, because it's in our human nature not to want to be second best. If it's a graffiti battle, graffiti, you take it out to the streets.
It's not really about just writing your name and any old scribble all over the walls. I prefer personally to go out and you know, put up a piece. So you get a lot of guys going out just tagging their name everywhere, never actually doing any work. For me, I kind of stuck to a side where if I did a piece, I was then allowed myself to go out and put up 10 tags.
The whole culture is not just about doing nice paintings, getting it sponsored and getting a few T-shirts. It's not about that. There's the other side to it as well, which is going over. And as you probably know, it's like if someone goes over my work, I go over theirs 10 times over. There's no difference to me than anybody else across the globe. When I was doing it here, people were like frowning upon it as though it was something wrong, but it's not. That is the essence of writing culture, and I think South African writers need to understand that. It's not very nice when it happens, but that is just what happens within graffiti. You get the rough with the smooth.
Something like a battle, a graffiti battle, is another reflection of another place culturally where warlike attitudes prevail and where the aggression drives are not channeled into things that are fertile and productive and creative and interesting and new and support intersubjective experience. They alienate people even more from one another. It doesn't matter who judges what. Someone will always feel hard done by because they've lost. And the idea of losing is such a... It's so unnecessary. Nobody needs to lose ever. You know, that is such a culturally made... It's such a construction.
When I go into train and I see like tags everywhere and it's fucked up, I see all the smiling faces of all my friends when they're writing their names everywhere. So I see, and I think, hey, I want to smile too, so I put my name bigger and better than all of them everywhere, all at once.
When I got the command from my commander to say, listen, Eugene, clear up this nonsense, my feeling was, you know, I was very cross also, you know, I thought to myself, you know, we give these people the right to take a can of spray and just start spraying on our trains. You know, see, some of these guys were spraying the windows, you know, you couldn't even see the train. In a big manner, I had respect for these people because these guys were really very good in artwork. You know, you can see these guys have something. I believe it was something in them that they was trying to bring out, to say to you, this is what it is.
YMB, I know all the guys very well. I would never personally battle those guys on the streets. They've got big-ass brass kahunas. They go out, they do the trains, they do the big stuff, they do the high-profile stuff. They've been doing it for a long time. They're fast, they're good. They'll always end up doing more. You know, personally, I've never painted a train and I never intend to.
Yo, we go the full round while these cats remain dissing. Gossiping brothers reclining when it's time for friction. We go the full round while these cats remain dissing. Listen, leaving your ears in critical condition.
Smack cats with whack raps and use fat caps to expose the fact that your act lacks the fat stats that we produce. Feeble crews need to lose a couple of kilos. Like ducking my skill blows like thunder and wind. So these blundering kids though, they get shaken like fucking a dildo.
Graffiti detracts from the attractiveness of a city. Actually, Cape Town, in my view, has been turned into a third world city now. It looks shabby, it looks petty, it just looks so unattractive in unsightly visual pollution, because that's what graffiti is, visual pollution.
Capping is a phenomenon where one graffitist puts up a tag or a piece and another graffitist or a writer writes over the tag. So there's it's a kind of vandalism intrinsic to graffiti itself. And what has happened recently in the local graffiti world is that two crews have got into a battle because of somebody in one of the crews capping somebody else's tag or piece.
This is park, right? Woodstock, Soul Street Park is what it's called. Our park for the doing, you know? Discovered by Mantis, MakOne, and Wealz, basically. The watch crew came, and then they went over previously existing pieces.
Well, we planned the piece, and accidentally, we didn't tell the people who was helping us roll the wall that they shouldn't have gone over that spot. Anyway, it was too late. We thought we were going to phone Mantis and the rest of them and say, look, sorry, man, mistake.
To go over another work of another artist is inexcusable.
If you're going over something small, most artists, grown men, you know what I mean? It's like, you can see that it's bigger, it's longer, there's more work gone into it. So like, say for myself, if someone goes over something of mine and it's bigger and better, I'm not really going to screw about it.
Everybody can go there and paint, and Hall of Fame...
Even if you didn't find it first.
Yeah, and you can paint over each other's stuff, because what if the walls are full? Now we have to look for another place, just because everybody's too scared to do something bigger over somebody else. So basically everybody's supposed to know what the Hall of Fame is, and that's just how it is. You're allowed to paint over each other's stuff.
So Mantis asked, what did they go over? What did they go over, dude? And then he said, no, they went over this and that. And he said, oh, my characters. He said, yeah, your characters. He said, fuck, they don't have photos now. Fuck them, bro.
Instantaneously, I picked up a box, went to the piece, and I wrote across their whole production, I put, why can't some people respect art?
When we came 2 days after we finished the piece to take a photo of it, in big letters, Mantis had gone and capped over the thing before we could get to him. So it was just very disappointing.
They come in here with an attitude that comes from another country and destroy our works of art.
We got there, seen what Mantis had done, and seen what he wrote, and I just thought, well, the fucker's got to pay for it, you know what I mean? So just literally went on a mission to take as much of his stuff out as possible.
Back in the day, I would have flattened those people. I would have gone out personally and taken out every single one of their kneecaps.
The next day we just saw Solo over everything.
one person influenced an entire crew to go out in one night and destroy about 12 of my works. Not only works that I'd done illegally on my own, but works that I'd done with my crews.
If you are so educated and matured graffiti person, the right thing to do is, if Mantis kept one of their pieces, what they should have done is they should have taken one of his pieces and kept it. But instead, they kept everything, which automatically affects MakOne and myself. Because all our work is together.
The guy talks shit to a lot of people. They're telling me that, so I'm like, well, you know, he's just met the wrong guy, you know what I mean? It's like, if he wants to carry on like that, he can do that. I'm just gonna go over his stuff.
If I could say one thing to Solo1, dude, I love you, you know? I love you as a person. I love the fact that you're an artist. I love the fact that you love what I love. But to come into our town and do what you've done, you know, it just shows that you come from a town with a low sky, shows that you come from a town where there's a lot of hatred, shows that you come from a town that has nothing to do with what we're about. And at the end of the day, fuck you.
The way that Solo1 went over Mantis, took out a lot of his stuff, he did that properly, you know what I mean? So I like the way that he did it properly. I'm not saying I agree with what he did. You know, a lot of people will say, well, that's a European attitude and that's, we shouldn't really worry about doing stuff the way they do it there. But, you know, he did that properly.
It was crossed out by the outlander, the person who has nothing to lose. That's my main beef, is that they're listening to someone that's not from here. They know the country better. They know how it works. Why listen to someone that's not from here? What everybody else must realize from now onwards is that not every graffiti artist that's from Europe has a say or is gonna have a say in what's happening here. It's because this is our scene. So I'm not gonna let people come here and be like, oh, but I'm from this country and that country, you know. Hey, take your country. Take your, take your country. You know what I'm saying?
Oh, it's just a lot of scholars, gangsters going over each other's stuff, and what a bad thing to do. It's graffiti politics, man. You got to be in it to know it, and if you don't know it, act like you know.
Wednesday was 600 degrees in the sun, and they decided to have a writer's bench. Because we all want to sweat and do some work. The writer's bench, so all the writers come together and it will be announced, like announcement there's going to be a battle, like the Sunday, and to say like what's going to be happening, the rules, not the rules, but things got to do to build up to the final battle.
We all know why we're here. Heavy battle, okay, no? All that shit. The competition is taking place February the 25th at Century City. Your writers can start like setting up like from 8 o'clock onwards. The rules are there's only 3 crews, right? It's YMB, there's TVA, and there's Watts, all right? Which is not present, okay? But we won't go there now, right? It's judged by the graphitism crew from London town and all that, the hi-hat. And you judged on the use of the space, your concept, and your skills. Hey, listen. And the aims is to bring together the top crews in South Africa to settle the brewing tensions that have risen. And you know, okay, you all know the drama, right? This is that to settle it, right? It's not about anything, okay? It's not where you're from. It's about the skills you possess. And it's fuck all the bullshit and keep your eyes on the prize.
As far as the battle's concerned, I'll get together with my boys, we'll get down, we'll decide what we're going to do. We already have an idea. We'll execute it with the utmost delicacy and absolute finesse. I just wish the other side's luck. I hope they show up because they've chickened out of so many battles. They've never pitched for any of the times that we've said, come and meet us at face value. They've hidden behind so many excuses and so many stories. Yak, 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 wada, etc. Basically, I'm going to have a good time, you know? I'm going to do what I do best. I'm going to write, I'm going to paint, I'm going to put up my art.
Yeah, to be totally honest, man, we don't want to be part of it at all. We just feel that this whole idea of having a graffiti battle is so ridiculous. You judge it on style, skill, technique, or just old school guys doing pieces together, or new school, for instance. Well, we're just basically doing this because we don't want to be called we don't want to be called anything offensive at the end of it. So Yeah, as far as we're concerned, we're standing our ground.
Basically, graffiti is a voice as well, and we're probably going to voice our opinion in our piece. You see, personally, I don't want to battle TVA. I respect everyone in their own opinion. I don't want to be the king of anything. I'm just a graph writer who enjoys his art form and who wants to write. I don't want to be crowned the king of Cape Town. So Sunday comes and we win the battle, as it's called. So what? It's not going to do anything to me. I'm not going to get the Rolls Royce the next day in it. I'm just going to come back, work the next day again and do exactly the same thing.
It's the first time we've all come up together against each other, and it would be nice to see if
what happens
on that day we might be lucky.
We're going to be battling as far as skill is concerned, and I would like to do some original characters as opposed to other guys that do it out of comic books. And with the other three guys, we just, as far as we're concerned, just to let the skill, the technique, and also where we're coming from, let it complement each other on the day.
Because it's at a shopping centre, it's at a shopping centre, it stays there. It's not like, that's not law on the streets now that, that battle was real, it's whatever. That's a shopping centre battle.
I think that the judging of Sunday's battle is not going to. I don't think that it's going to. I think it's not going to help. I think that similarly, it also sets up an environment of a hierarchy of skill, which I think only has a limited use culturally. So that they're kind of experts and they're people that are not experts, and who are the experts and they're always vested interests, and I'm always interested to know whose interests are being represented.
No judges can be picked from here because everybody that's on top is going to be graffitiing, so who's going to be the judges? So I think that internet idea is a good thing, so we can actually get the non-disputable, non-confrontational after the judges give the decision.
Non-South African.
Non-South African, that's even more important. Just for as far as judging criteria is concerned. But what it means for me, as I said, it will actually just prove points. You know, things I've been arguing about, points such as, who's your daddy? Huh? Tell me who's your daddy.
Hip-hop, artistic, original, we don't bite. From b-boys to DJs to graph work, we stay tight. Hip-hop, artistic, original, we don't bite. From b-boys to DJs to graph work, we stay tight.
We here, get that wax out your ear in this new year. Express myself crystal clear in this fifth atmosphere. Generated by my peers, make you wanna cheer. Not drop a tear, not of fear, but of joy, my boy, ahoy. Employ your attention, be deployed, those negrescent in complexion. Perhaps I should mention, we be the type chaps who rap but get your minds trapped. In fact, we never omit facts. Too much on my fam lives in shacks, viewed as these lazy blacks. The type who slacks and in the closets at the back. A lyrical practice, what you need like a snack.
Coming to you live and in stereo funny color today. We are at the Canal Walk, doing the Overspray thing. We got a battle going on here with 3 of the top graffiti crews in Africa, I must say. But we're down here in the south in Cape Town, keeping it fresh. And we're just gonna go check out what some of the crews are up to. Yeah, most of them have started their pieces already.
BB boys and BB girls. Yeah, you BB boys and BB girls. Oh yeah, BB boys and BB girls.
Okay, going to Mac. Okay, Mac, can you explain the whole concept here behind the piece for the day?
You know the games you get inside the malls, those games you play for $2, $2 whatever. We took that concept and you see it from the inside point of view, looking out. So what you see is 2 kids basically looking into the game, and they just play the game, and they actually got one of the toys, which is Mac Light here. But the toys are seeing that he's a chosen one, and all the toys going to hell.
What? So you think you're gonna win?
I don't think so. I know so.
So what do you think about the pieces here that's going on today and the whole day's vibe and whatever, Sinjay?
It's cool. It's spoken. I think it's a nice piece for the children. It looks very cool. It's good.
So we're gonna speak here to Wealz and what his concept is and whatever, and what he's gonna bring for the day.
It's an image that was taken from what we had filmed previously in the documentary. That's us sitting around. It's the whole YMB crew sitting there. So it's basically on a terrorist level of other political shit, like a Mantis piece capped by Solo.
Just capped the Mantis piece with the big Solo piece. Basically what's happening in Cape Town now. Solo's just just going over all Mantis' piece, and that's basically what we've done in a piece book.
We got One at 9 and Solo1 here from the Watts crew, and yeah, we're gonna speak about some concepts and whatever, yeah, and just help them. We just want them to explain what's going on in the piece here, and yeah.
The concept here was not to battle the other crew. It was to battle the idea of an art competition, which we are against. We don't think that art should be a competitive sport. Art is an expression, and judging is up to the individual.
What do you think of the whole day and whatever, and what's going on here?
Man, Kiki, all I'm saying is TV and YMB must go sleep, man. Those people over here got some mad skill, mad gedachte, and that is what we're looking for, man. That's what we want to produce.
So you gunning for Watts crew?
We writers ourselves, man. So we know what to look for, and concept-wise, this crew is much better. They're producing much better. They got lettering and everything. As a graffiti artist, their thing is much more tight.
One time for all the hip-hop heads in the house. One time for all the skateboarders, the rollerbladers, the graph riders, the JD Razor riders. DJ Madge on the 1 and 2 like this, y'all. You gotta get your hands up in the air, though. Can't just, I know it's hot. You might as well, it's just hot, just get hotter. Get hotter. Go ahead, throw those hands in the air, y'all, if you're feeling it.
Okay, we're chilling here with TVA Posse, Falko One and Mac and all of those cats and whatever, and we're just like gonna check the progression of the piece here. And we just wanna like know from you, Kiki, who do you think is gonna win, man?
Personally, I think that it's wrong that we have people coming here with some A mentality, painting and cutting at stars and all that heavy shit. And it's look like I thought it was in preschool, fucking crayons, and you must notice on the toilet properly. All those things is preschool. Preschool!
Solo, just listening, like, you know, to other crews like that over there moaning and that, and yeah, you're catching a lot of heat there because like of the because you're using like paintbrushes and rollers and things like that. Can you explain to us, like, you know, why and whatever? And
I don't know really, because like I don't know why anybody would moan about me using a paintbrush. I don't see the point in that, because when people see it and it's so wank in a way, you know, you get people like, they come up and they're like, oh, is it paintbrush? And it's fucking obvious it's a paintbrush, you know. In some ways it's challenging their limited scope of what this art form is. And like I say, you can get some really nice effects with it, and I just wanted to show people, yeah, I can flip it on another side and use a pen and a paintbrush to get my effects as well as a spray can. So that's all I was going to do, really.
Yes, God dances hard to the core. God dances hard to the core. Put your hands up. God dances hard to the core. Yeah, we hard to the core and we keeping it raw. Yo, God dances hard to the core. Everybody now. God dances hard to the core. Check it out. God dances hard to the core. Yeah, we hard to the core and we keeping it raw. Halo Cyrus presenting more Dionysus. Sister in the night and I we be rocking these devices. Whether we be hardcore, sound in the silence. Yeah.
We finished now, we had enough for the day. We're tired.
Alright, okay Owens, you know why you're all here today. Once again, we're in the pit. I'm gonna read out the results, right? Just so that everybody can be clear on everything here. Graffiti tag trains will be the death of us at 22 out of 30. Toys are sorry gets 24 out of 13. Art cannot be judged have 25 out of 30 and are the winners. Can I get Watts crew to come up and get the trophy as a belief? Give it up, give it up. Congratulations, one love, right? Good work, good job.
I got three things to say. I got three things to say to everybody, and especially the Watts crew.
Okay.
Firstly, what went down in the park is inexcusable. When you guys painted over my piece and you were asked not to, and did it anyways, and laughed about it, it was disgusting. It was disgusting.
Do you think you can just come and destroy the whole piece, and do you think, oh no, we're scared?
Listen, girl, don't get personal here. Don't
You
get
get
personal
personal?
here. You were asked not to go over my work.
No, we weren't.
You were asked. If the judges overseas knew that you were using paintbrushes in a graffiti competition, they would fucking laugh at you. Solo1, okay? Somebody, as far as I'm concerned, has absolutely fucking no artistic talent whatsoever.
And no respect for
Alright, and no respect for any artists and anything that you guys have been through. for the last.
Why didn't I go mental?
Dude, can you explain to me why you went? Can you explain to me why you went outside the jam and went over that character?
Yes, because I knew it would hurt you. Because you.
Why do you want to hurt people?
You create a competition and you put somebody up there as first, somebody's going to be pissed off because somebody set this up and they gave this decision. That's the end result. I mean, you're lucky that like people didn't start fighting that day.
Bursting at the seams. If you're hurrying, your aspirations and your dreams.
The whole conversation's got nothing to do with your movie.
Okay, bro, we'll sort it out now. We're just losing light. We'll sort it out later.
So why are you still standing in front of me?